On September 10, 1979, the legendary musician Patti Smith played what she has called the most powerful concert of her career in Florence. 30 years later, in September of 2009, about 2 weeks after I arrived in the city, she performed in the same piazza in front of the same church, the church in which Machiavelli's, Galileo's, and Michelangelo's tombs can be found. The concert was called I Was in Florence, and 10,000 people listened to her and sang with her and clapped for her. I was at that concert, singing along to the anthem, People Have the Power, and I can say that I was in Florence. Seeing as that night proved to be sort of transcendental sort of experience for me, it is ironic that I almost didn't attend it. It was my Italian teacher, Elisabetta, who implored me to go. She had been 16 when Patti Smith first played in Florence 30 years ago, and when I told her that I was thinking about buying a ticket, she grabbed my hand and said to me, Anna, you must go. It will be a lesson of la vita and of the heart and of the mind and of the world. I have been fortunate enough to study off-campus twice, and my semesters in Chicago and Florence were both lessons of life and the heart and the mind and especially of the world. It was in these two incredible cities, which are vibrant and inspiring, but also sometimes troubled, that I experienced the importance and the interconnection of art, language, and empowerment. Election night. In Chicago, I interned at the Young Women's Leadership Charter School and taught art alongside Sheila Cosa, a Romanian woman who pinned flowers into her braided hair like Frida Kahlo. For many students, her art class was the only outlet in school for which to express and process their emotions. Sheila recognized and facilitated the therapeutic qualities of the artistic process. Together, she and I created the first mural for the school, working collaboratively with the students to visually represent cultural diversity, their hopes for the future, and of course, the recent election of Barack Obama. During this time, I was able to get to know the girls who were most committed to the project, and I came to greatly admire their resilience and their aspirations. I thought a lot about how gender, race, and socioeconomic status interact to form a person's identity, starting from a young age. And I truly believe that art is a legitimate and powerful force in social movements to express identity and to unite people. In Florence, I lived with Anna Marcolin, a fifth grade teacher who listened to Nina Simone and grew herbs on her balcony and smoked only on special occasions. Her library was my bedroom. We talked about feminism and immigration and the political crisis that Italy seemed to be experiencing. I spoke so slowly in Italian that she would often just finish my sentences with a wave of her hand. But we didn't always have to talk. In the evenings, I would sit in the kitchen and I would watch her cook. Sometimes she would put her hand on my shoulder or on my cheek, and my twinges of homesickness would both swell and dissipate. Sheila had taught me that art was communication, and Anna was teaching me that communication was an art. I loved Chicago and I loved Florence. They are both places to which I would like to return, and they are both places to which I am intrinsically linked. In Chicago, I struggled to find a way to make a meaningful contribution to the community I was working in. And in Florence, I struggled to fully engage with the culture I was surrounded by. But by forming these two special relationships with Sheila and Anna, I gained a knowledge that will be mine forever. These two women, both teachers, feminists, mothers, and artists, so much like my own mom, shared with me the necessity of compassion, patience, and finding personal empowerment through your voice, your actions, and your artistic contributions. Through art, people do indeed have the power.